Today, the moon continues in Scorpio, where we're diving deep into themes of energy, mystery, feelings, what is moving below the surface. So on Friday, we had a new moon in Scorpio, and as the moon continues in Scorpio, we still have this seed planting energy. Great time to focus on your intentions, bringing in an intentional manifestation process. In other words, laying the groundwork for what it is you want to experience in your life and for the world. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, November 2nd. So the moon continues in Scorpio, and Mercury, interestingly, goes into Sagittarius. So Mercury is the planet of communication, mental processes, how we think about things, how we process our thinking and our ideas, and how we communicate. So with Mercury in Scorpio, we've had a need to communicate things at some of these deeper levels. And so Scorpio, again, deals with the realm of mystery. Sometimes it's hard to put things into words, right? We might feel it, we might know it to be true, but finding the exact words to express it can be complex and might require more of an artistic perspective. So bringing in poetry to convey what you want to say, bringing in dreams, bringing in art, music, body language, these intangible ways that we have of communicating has been more of the way that messages and information gets conveyed with Mercury in Scorpio, where it has been. So with Mercury shifting into Sagittarius, today we have this shift into a fire sign. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. It is about meaning. It is about perspective. It is about being able to unify and synthesize and express a bigger truth. And so we are moving into this realm where we might be able to find the words to express and make meaning of our recent experiences and what we feel deep inside. So what's been moving under the surface. So we want to honor this Scorpio moon time and recognize that sacred things may be at work. Deeper processes that we don't understand may be at work. And so honoring and trusting how the process is unfolding, honoring and trusting and deepening your own trust in yourself, in your inner knowing. And this Mercury in Sagittarius energy can bring us into a bigger picture perspective, right? An ability to connect with sort of the bigger why. Why are things the way they are? What does it mean? How does it give us a bigger picture of purpose and the bigger story? So we've got, so the moon continues in Scorpio water sign today, activating again the fifth point of this six-pointed star that I've been talking about. So I shared in depth last Sunday on the activation energies of this week, including yesterday's Scorpio New Moon. So the activation energy of a week of activation is the name of the video I shared Sunday, October 27th. So check that one out if you missed it. So this fifth point in a five or six, there's a six-pointed star with one of the 6 points missing. So we have 5 points activated of the 6-pointed star. And in case you are looking at your own chart, you might want to compare where these points are landing. So late degrees, between the degrees of 25 through 29, really 29, 59, right? The very end of the signs of Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio, and then the point that's missing is the Virgo point. So if you have something in those later degrees of Virgo, this six-pointed star could be being activated for you as well. With you having sort of that missing point of the star. So what does it mean, right? It's like it's this energy of activation, like an antenna that is pulling us into possibility. And so whatever it is that we are putting our energy into is magnified, is amplified. So the negative thoughts, the worries, the fears, if you're finding yourself spiraling in this sense of worry about whatever, you could be amplifying those fears. But if you can reframe, find a positive spin, touch in with something that makes you feel that sense of the bigger picture, right? Whether it's hope or love or caring or connectedness or community, connecting with that bigger picture of what's important, even if you can do it a little bit, will be amplified. And so the seed planting that we are doing right now, the intention setting with a potent Scorpio new moon, is also amplified. So it's definitely worth getting in touch with what feels important and true and right to you, and opening to the universe showing you what is your role to play in that, right? What is your path? What is showing up for you in terms of how you can understand your part in the bigger picture, the bigger story. So we also have right now, and early Sunday morning will be exact, the opposition between Mars and Pluto, really bringing in this energy of polarization, of activating some energies that are dealing with aggression, violence, some of these more difficult themes. But we need to remember that that energy is also helping us get in touch with our truth, with the ways that we can make decisions, take a stand, remember who we are, take risks, find our courage. There are so many positive ways to see this Mars-Pluto opposition that we do not need to dwell on whatever may be showing up that feels scary, right? If it feels scary, what do you need to do to help yourself to do the self-care, to help yourself feel into that place of safety that you are creating for yourself? And maybe you create safety through reaching out to a friend and spending some time just hanging out with somebody you feel comfortable with. Maybe it is spending some time with yourself, just taking a bath with a candle, or writing in your journal, or getting some extra rest, or making a nice meal. Any of these things can be an affirmation that you deserve self-care, that you deserve to feel safe, and that you are having and cultivating your own trust in the bigger process. And so we can contribute to a better future, right? A more powerful, positive, creative future filled with possibility more easily when our needs are met. And so there are things to be concerned about in the world, right? Problems that exist in the world. There are also solutions. And so let's remind ourselves of the solutions, of the people who are working on those solutions, of the ways that we can personally be part of those solutions, even if it feels like a tiny drop in a bigger bucket at this point, right? You don't know what is the magic of a small amount of intention, a small amount of moving something in the right direction, or showing up in the right moment, or finding the words to bring comfort to yourself or someone else in the right moment, right? Those are the little sparks of magic that can spread and create that possibility, that spirit of possibility, that spirit of uh, creating new solutions and new ways forward from places that might feel very difficult or overwhelming or challenging. It is within that experience of what feels challenging, what feels like a Saturnian limit, right? Something that feels like on some levels, something that's very frightening or reminding us of our own limitations. But when we respond to that with openness, with willingness, with recognizing this may mean that something needs to change, or we need to think about things differently, or maybe we need to show up in different ways for ourselves or our communities, but that this can lead to that amazing flowering, that blossoming of creative possibility that comes from that place of from the darkness, right? From the soil is where the new growth emerges, right? So from that dark place where we find ourselves in the soil, where mystery is happening, where energy is moving, then the emergence in terms of new growth that will eventually become a beautiful blossom. This is where it starts. It starts from this place of deep nurturing in the place of mystery, of uncertainty, of not knowing how it's all going to work out, but believing in ourselves, believing in what is possible, believing in the future, and living our lives as though we are on this path of creating something magical and amazing and incredible, which is definitely possible. So especially as we move forward, we've got Pluto going into Aquarius, really bringing a different vibe on November 19th, shift in energies. And then next year, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, all changing signs. So all of the outer planets changing signs, and things will feel different. What will it look like? We don't know yet, but we can be part of putting in our vote, right? VOTE for the future, what kind of future we want to have on all of those levels, right? Literally at the ballot box, as well as voting for that future through how you live your life and through what you believe in, through where you place your trust. And action is part of it too, right? Taking the actions that are true and right for you, that help you feel like you are part of creating change. All of it matters: beliefs, actions, emotions, how we take care of ourselves, how we show up for one another, and stepping into healing possibilities for ourselves and for the world. So some kind of deep thoughts for today. Scorpio Moon brings those deep thoughts to the surface. And tomorrow, Mars, after it creates its opposition exact with Pluto, Mars will go into Leo. So we've got Mercury and then Mars going from water signs into fire signs, shifting us into more of a vibe of movement and action. And we'll see, right? We will see what is going to come from these changing energies and what it is awakening for us. So Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. And thanks for being here and subscribing. I love hearing your intentions, and check back for more. I will be here with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Bye for now.